What is up, friends? We're getting back at it. All right, so I have timed these videos. If you watched the other ones, great. If you haven't, let's jump right into the meat of this one. You're going to be starting off with one of the better deals I've seen in a while. This only happens every few months with the Nomad Starter Pack, $71.25. Okay, this is $1.25 more than the Avenger Titan, and is usually people class them as okay. Start off with. People often recommend not the Mustang Alpha because they're idiots. The Mustang Alpha now carries packages, so it has all the things that the RSI Aurora does. Plus, it doesn't die instantly because of its massive butt and its profile. So the Mustang Alpha, number one, recommended. Okay, then people will recommend the Titan, then the Nomad slash the Cuddy Black slash Freelancer. So like one of those three ships. It goes Nomad for 95, Cuddy for 100, and then Freelancer for 110. I think I'll have to double check those ones, but either way, they're like very close in the neighborhood. But jumping to a Nomad is a better option. And what you can do later on, if you hate the Nomad and you want to upgrade to the Cuddy Black, it's only a $5 upgrade because this starter pack is worth $95. Okay, so this is a really, 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 really good option for you to buy right now if this is what you're into. One other thing I will add on this one, you can also get fighter ships like the Arrow or the Gladius. Again, just get this Nomad and then you can upgrade into those later on. This is just so much of a better deal. You can also take this money, melt it down, and buy a Warbond lifetime insurance ship when they have lifetime insurance packages. So like the Cutter came out with a $40 lifetime insurance package that you could buy when it came out. And then you could use that to leverage your way into a lifetime insurance starter ship. I did that with the Retaliator. I recommend that. That's still my recommended build, and it's what we're going to talk about in my fourth video in this series. But for now, I've timed this video, so this will come out just a couple of days before this sale ends. So get on this, do it. My star code is down below in the description, and if you do that, we're both going to get P52 Merlins. Okay, so why not? If you hate me and you're like, dude, this is the worst advice. I hate this guy. He doesn't need any more P52 Merlins. I mean, I only get one. So whoever the first person is, thank you. And after that post, I'll put it in the comments so you can give it to somebody else. But after you go give it to somebody, just get your free P52 Merlin. And you only get it from the referral. Okay? So just please do that. Thank you. Now, before we jump into the meat of this video, I just want to walk you through some calculations that I forgot to run through in the last video. Those are, this is the total cost of the ships. I recommend if you're doing ERT bounties, if you've leveraged your way up there and you're doing them all, you're banging those doors down, that's going to be about 4,000 per hour, and that is going to run you in at just over 15 hours. So really not bad. Okay, now my normal recommended, this is like for somebody who has a little bit of money and they're willing to spend $70 on a game, which is the going rate nowadays for a video game. The Avenger Titan is that recommended ship. You get 8 SCU. It's a phenomenal fighter. You do get a size 4 on the nose, plus 2 size 2s on gimbals. So the size 4 is gimbaled to a size 3. You can strip those all off gimbals and do 1 size 4, 2 size 3s, which makes for a really bang up fighter. Okay, this one's only $785,000 in game though, so it's really not that expensive to just buy this after you've done some missions. And the pledge value is $55. You're getting it on with the starter package though is $70. So just know that like you could buy the ship later on if you really just are in love with the Penguin. Or a space shuttle, as people call it. Either one of those. They also have a bunch of other variants. You can get the Stalker, the Warlock. I don't know. I think the Trainer is just for Squadron 42. I don't think you can get it in game. So the Stalker has like a bounty hunter cargo hold. It doesn't hold any cargo. It costs a little bit more money, and they all just come with like slightly different systems in them. The Warlock does come with an EMP, so if you are going to shell out some money, this one is worth it for the EMP if you want to do EMP gaming. No cargo though. So that's why most everyone is going to recommend to you just the base Adventure Titan. It's really good value. One of the best one of the best ships in the game. But it is not a Nomad. And we're recommending the Nomad now because this one gives you 24 SCU. You are tripling your space, right? I can do math. 8 times 3 is 24. You're tripling your space. You're getting that real nice stowage. It's still a size 2 hangar size, which is the same as the Titan. So you're not actually going up in like that much of size. But this one's 22.5 by 16.5 by 5.5 with a 51,000 mass and 189 combat. So this one's just a little bit slower, a little bit bigger. It is double the height, but length and width are pretty comparable. So here you're seeing like it's just a little bit bigger of a ship, but you're not paying for that out the nose in other ways. The one biggest knock you'll get on this ship is it's 3 size 3s instead of 2 size 3s and 1 size 4. So you do, and size 4s are much more like the damage gap from 1 to 2 is minimal. From 2 to 3 it's there, but it's still pretty small. But from 3 to 4 is actually pretty big. So you are missing out on, especially when it comes to cannons. Laser cannons, the size 4 laser cannon can really dispatch VHRT bounty targets relatively quickly. You can go toe to toe with a warden, with an Avenger warden, in a Titan. It's going to be kind of tough to do in a Nomad. Because of that, we're going to recommend another ship that's going to give you some VHRT and ERT bounty hunting capability. It's also going to give you some more. It's going to give you a racing ship that you can put inside of it. It's going to give you multi-crew opportunities. And that is the Constellation series. So I've recommended the Taurus. This one does not come with an attached ship, but you can fit one inside. It is janky. Look up a video on how to do it. You have to back it in just because of like how the geometry of how like they designed the cargo platform works. But you can fit a Merlin in on here. And you are going to get one for free if you sign up. Looking at you, Bob. So just remember that, okay? A couple of things about the Taurus. So it has 4 size 5s. Like they are beautiful. So beautiful. Just put cannons on this bad boy and you can actually go toe to toe with Hammerhead and win. Okay, chaining 3 of them together is going to be a little bit tough, but you can do singles pretty easily. You can also carry 174 SCU, which is, I don't know, a lot of hauls of quant. 174 divided by 32 is not the best way to analyze that. I would really look at that as about 6 hauls of Quantanium. So it's plenty of quant. I wouldn't want to carry more than that for fear that the game would crash, let alone pirates kill me, let alone me crash into something. Okay? And those are in successive chances of likelihood. Right now. Okay, so most likely the game would crash. Next likely that pirates are going to kill you. Less likely is that you're going to crash into something. Because the most of those crashes are because of glitches, okay? Not because of my lack of skill. Anyway, you also are getting just 1 turret on this bad boy. You don't get the double like you do on the Andromeda. And you get the terrible, very terrible crossbars, okay? All of the struts are just gross. I don't know what this safety ejection system is, but I've wanted them to actually add it just because that sounds like a total riot to do to people who are trying to board your ship because there are airlocks in this. Anyway, that's this one. So this one does carry a lot of cargo, right? So, but if you want to fight in it more and then you want to have a much prettier ship, make myself a little bit bigger. I can fit in this space right here. If you want a prettier ship, one that's easier to see, I don't sell next game mechanics, but if you want to be ready for Pyro, because it fills you with glee, even knowing that there's for sure going to be multiple wipes before we get there, But maybe you're just gaming out the next ship you want to pledge. Again, these pledge actually, this one's not bad. You can get this one on War Bond for 180. Okay, so this one's really not a super bad ship to pledge. And I would do this over the Corsair, by the way. Like, not even a question. The Corsair can fit other stuff in the back of it better than this can. Like, you can fit a Razor in the back of the Corsair, which is cool. But just, the Razor is quant capable. Just quantum jump with the Razor. And the claim time's not bad. Anyway, I digress. So, but if you don't want to do that, get the Aquila. Aquila is actually my #1 recommended, but I can't in good conscience recommend it to everyone for a couple of reasons. Number one, 174 SCU is 6 loads of quant. 96 is 3. So you're missing out on significant storage, and I'm recommending this ship in large part because of the next ship up because of cargo hauling capacity. So the other reason why is this one costs nearly 5 million to get, and this one costs just over 3 million to get. I don't know why people buy the Freelancer Max. It's only another 1 million, and granted, 1 million is going to take you some grinding. I get it. At 200,000 an hour for mid-game players who are still leveling up all of their missions and grinding rep, it's going to take a bit. I hear you. But it's going to take you that much longer to change into this ship when you realize that the Freelancer Max is trash, okay? It's just better. Combat speed's 144, max speed's 911, so this ship is slow. And it is, note that the Aquila is 2 combat speed higher. Oh, it is the max speed quite a bit higher though. So that's actually pretty nice. Mass 427. 449. So it's bigger, it's heavier, and more importantly, it comes with the attached Merlin. And why does that matter? It matters because when you blow up your ship and you respawn, it's going to spawn with the ship inside of it. Instead of needing to land somewhere else or get a friend to get in, log on, get into the ship, fly it out of the range of the space station so that it doesn't despawn, so that you can spawn your ship, so you can get in it, so you can meet with each other, so you can back it into the cargo bay just so and fly it. Yeah, I don't recommend it. But more importantly, the sightlines on this thing are so much better. They're like half the number of struts. It's more of a bubble dome instead of like sharp lines. So you can see things better. You can hit your targets better. And although there are players that complain that one of them crosses into your crosshairs, like the vision generally is so much better that that little tiny area you're not seeing is, you can guess what's happening much easier than you can with the other struts. So this is my personal recommendation, but note that I am giving you guys unbiased advice because this really is bias. Next, what you're going to want to do is get yourself Prospector. Get mining. Prospector mining is the bee's knees. I did recommend the rock in the other video, but now that I've said all of that stuff, it's all a lie. Don't do it. Once you've done it and you've tried it out, just stop doing it and go get a Prospector. Buy one. Put a Lancet laser on it, go out, haul quant, period. Okay, that's it. It is so much more fun. Just like having it beep at you, telling you you're going to die, having to fly like a bat out of hell when you're getting swarmed by pirates. Just the maneuverability on the ship in VTOL is fantastic. It is a joy to fly. It is fun to use. I don't know what else to say. Prospector mining is one of the most relaxing things you can do in life, period, but especially in Star Citizen. Go and do it. Go and do it, okay? That's going to cost you, all in, you're probably going to want to have around 2.2 million to go do that. So right now, if you followed my advice and got the Aquila, you're at 7.2 million, okay? So using our prior calculations, you're already about 20 hours of gaming in. But that's not... As I know what you sweaty nerds do. I've seen your Steam pages. Okay, you guys are all up in that business. Just go fly this. Next up, so I will also say for this chain, the one thing that I really felt like was missing was a really good fighter and a team fighter ship. Team fighting is a total riot. Add me. I'll be your friend. We'll go fight a couple bounties together. The Scorpius is a joy. It is the best team fight ship to fly solo. Although you do have you get 4 size 3 ballistics. You don't have any size 4s. You get 4 size 3s. Now these are dumbed down to size 2s. Because of how spread apart they are, the gimbal weapons are still probably recommended. But yeah, now you also get 1500 storage on this bad boy. There's 2 separate ones, so each crew member gets one, and then you also get a drop down weapon holder that holds 2 rifles, 2 pistols, and 2 small gadgets. So you get like this full loadout. It feels really cool. It's just like a really fun, immersive ship to fly. You can go do bunker missions in it. You can go do other stuff in it. Note that it is expensive, but you can buy it in game now. So it's about 3 million. It's a lot more expensive than a Hurricane, but in the Hurricane you don't get that drop down weapon locker, the 2 separate storage compartments, a lot of like the player creature comforts that have come with a newer, better ship. And more importantly, you're getting only 2 size 3s instead of 4 size 3s. And that really, really, really will hamper your ability to do stuff on your own. The Scorpius, you can totally fly on your own. Is it helpful to have those 4 size 3s, the 337s, just slapping some booty? Yeah, you best believe it is. Having 8 size 3s focused down on a target makes it so you can run basically any kind of mission. Okay, like you can go do ERTs in this bad boy. The hit profile is a little bit large, and when you lose the wings, you do lose the blasters. So be a little bit cautious of that. But engines are in the back. You don't get terrible. Oh my gosh, I can't think of what it's called right now. Where it it'll come to me. But where like your ship tilts and spins and something detected. Oh my gosh. I've been making these videos all in a row and it's hurting my brain. All right, so backup option for this one though is the Hurricane. This one just costs 1.2 million. It's pretty easy to buy. Nothing really super special about it. Again, dumb thing about the weaponry here is you're just getting 2 size. Oh, I take that back. It's 2 size 4s with 2 size 3s mounted. So, yeah, you step down the weapon size for the other one. See, this is why I check my notes. But again, not what I would recommend, though this ship is really easy to get into as well. The one downside of this turret over to the Scorpius turret is remote, and so you sit right behind the pilot, and that's kind of fun, and you like remote into the turret, and you can switch the position from the top to the bottom. So you can do different types of missions that way. You can fly different styles. You can shoot backwards really quite easily. The Hurricane, though, is basically a turret with a pilot mounted to the front of it. The ship is the turret. Like the turret is the thing. It's very different from like the 2-button pushing Antares player. Inside joke. For those of you who know, you know. So this really was built around really 2 players being very deeply invested in their team play, and I really like that. So that's a totally fun way to play the game. I've added it here as a little, even though you on that base configuration still can do all this stuff, you can do it better this way. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Is this a ship combo a ship chain combo you want to run? Did I miss something? Is there something else that you really feel like should be on here? The only other thing I might add, especially since we've gone to the Nomad, is probably a Gladiator to this mix. I got Arrow fanboys out there being like, no, Arrow over the Gladius. Sorry, I said Gladiator. I meant Gladius. Not the Gladiator. The Gladius. Okay. So, but you could do either one of those. Like either one of those would be totally fine. Good luck out there, friends. Have some fun. Keep on flying. Stay safe in the verse. Till next time. Check in on the last video of what I truly recommend. Bye for now.